All right. Okay, so we are recording, guys. Welcome to Race to Success. Today is June 14th, and we are going to talk about host coaching. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Do you know what separates a good consultant from a great consultant? It's a system. And hands down, host coaching is all about implementing a system consistently. Consistency is key. And that means, guess what? Everyone here, all of us, can be a master at host coaching. We just have to implement a system. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to talk about our mindset for host coaching, what host coaching is and what it's not. Coaching is critical to the success of our long-term and pampered chef, as equally it is critical to our host's success for each party. Our hosts are counting on us to guide them each step of the way, and they are not booking a party and going, hey, I'm booking this party just for my friend and I want it to bomb. I don't really care what happens. Hosts don't just do that. Hosts want to earn rewards and want to have a good party and give their friends a good experience. So when we host coach, we owe it to our host to guide them to success. And sometimes, I'm going to say it, guiding them means that we are addressing hard things. Okay. Some of that might be right from the get-go, right at the very beginning. There's 3 questions that Julie asks all her hosts. And I was in the habit of doing it and got out. So I need to get back. This is a good refresher for me. So when you book a party, there's 3 things you want to ask your host. First and foremost, are you on Facebook daily? If they answer no, then you're going to ask them, can you make it a priority to be on Facebook the week of our party? Just a few minutes a day. If they say no, that's a red flag. The next question, will you be able to do a daily host job that requires approximately 10 minutes of your time each day? Typically, that's our host coaching stuff. We're going to send them things to do. We're going to send them things to post. If they say no, there's a red flag. And finally, the third question that you want to ask them is, will you be able to wrap up our party and send messages to your guests when we are closing? Those messages may involve asking for bookings. They may involve asking their party guests if they need something, want to order, if they haven't placed an order. There's lots of different things. So as long as your host agrees to that, going ahead with, and these are geared a lot for virtual parties, going ahead with a virtual party is great. If they say no to any of this, you might want to stop and say, well, maybe a virtual party isn't for you, but how about a catalog party? You could send them a catalog or 2 or 3. You could send them some order forms. They can collect outside order forms for the entire month and make a party that way. But if they are not comfortable and are not on Facebook, virtual is probably not the way they want to go. You could do a live cooking party, something, but virtual is not the way they want to go. Okay, so let me get past that. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to put in the chat bar on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, hey, I am a master, and 1 being, what's a system? Tell us your number on what your knowledge is of what a system is. Lordy, I got to find the chat bar. 1. Okay. Okay. 1. Okay, good. Well, then it's a good thing you guys are here, because that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about host coaching systems. And, systems we're going to share with you are something that has been written with one person in mind. You can take these systems and you can tweak them, modify words, make them sound like you, and make them work for your biz, right? We are just giving you the steps. Okay, so number 1 in host coaching is your host coaching steps need to be tracked. And what do we mean by this? So back in the day, a few years ago, and I'm going to say Julie because she has written this, and I actually still do some of it, wrote on her calendar a letter representing different tasks to do. Now you can print a calendar, you can do whatever. I do have this that I use, and I still do some of it on my calendar. And I have a couple of things that I write here. I have HP for host packet. Did I send my host packet to the host? I have PB. I use a system called Project Broadcast, which is a texting app that I use for my host coaching. You can do whatever way you want. I'm not here to, say pick Project Broadcast, but this is something here. Did you add your host to Project Broadcast? Because my Project Broadcast, my host coaching starts a week before the party. And then here I have FBG. Did I create the Facebook group? And did I add my host? Those are the three things that I still track on paper. But as you go along, there's other ways to do it as well. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm getting lost going back and forth between my notes. Let me put my phone on vibrate. I meant to do that. So now there is a thing called a party tracker. And it's an easy way for you to track your host coaching. I'm going to share here. It takes me a minute. Let's see. Okay. So this is, let's see. And then, do you guys see this form? Okay, good. Thank you, Jashai. All right. So this is a host coaching tracker and party tracker, basically. And what it is this is something that Julie has here. It's been shared different ways. You can take it, you can modify it and make it whatever you want. But as a basic, we have, you want your host name, you want the party dates. I usually put the start date and the end date. You want your show number. There's a spot here where you can offer the biz, check mark it 5 times. Booked from, that's a good thing to know, because when you are booking parties from parties, your past host who they book from gets a 40% off product or set at their party when the party qualifies at 200. So you want to know who you can give that to, because sometimes you might have a past host from some other party, they partied with some other consultant and they're in this party now. So you want to know who gets that past host. There's a spot here where Julie has that the host joined, and then she sends them a request to be a moderator. And there's all kinds of information elsewhere, how you can find this. She marks how many members that the host sent out right here, and then how many joined the party. And then she's got some stuff here for sending prizes. Now here is basically a real quick thing. You're going to log each party guest. And then some things that you up here, wherever you have a thing up here, down below, she has what it stands for. So you have some columns for placed order. When a guest places an order, you're going to mark the date. TYP is thank you post. Typically, everybody takes and posts a thank you to each guest in their party. Now you can do it a couple different ways. You can thank each guest as they order, or you can do one thank you post at the end of the day or at the beginning of the next day, however you want to do it, and thank everybody in that post. But you want to log that. Within 24 hours, TYT, send out a thank you text. Julie's got wording. We're going to share a lot of stuff with you, but you want to send out a thank you text to that guest. And this text is just basically saying, hey, Susie Q, thanks for placing an order on Jolene's party. We appreciate your support. I appreciate you supporting my small business. When your order ships, you will get an email and a tracking number for your order. Thanks. Have a great day. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye. And that's all you want to do. You do not want to ask anybody for anything when you're sending out a thank you text. Okay. Towards the end of the party, AFBT is asked for booking text. There is a text with wording. And it's now you've thanked this person and they might come back and say you're welcome or whatever, but you had a little bit of dialogue with them and now you're going to ask for a booking. And it's, again, we have wordings we'll share, but it's basically something like, hey, Susie, don't know if you got everything on your wish list or not, but our host, Jolene, gets a $50 credit when 3 of her friends book their own fun, fast and fun party. Would you like to surprise Jolene and be one of her bookings? Guess what this is? It's a follow-up to booking text. So within 24 to 48 hours, you always want to follow up to say, hey, Susie, don't know if you got my message. Technology these days, however you want to word it. What do you think? Would you like to be one of Susie's bookings? SHC is the superhero challenge. Now, some people run this, and what it is it's a post in the host coaching thing that you'll send to your host and ask them to post on their personal Facebook page. And it basically says, hey, Susie, I have a prize for you when you get 5 orders before our party date. Most parties, like I run mine Monday through Friday, but I have a weekend of warm up. I have a lot of engaging posts in there because you want to get the algorithms up on Facebook as people are being added. So if Susie gets 5 people to order prior to the start of the party on Monday, I give her a free spice of her choosing, or $10 on her party, whatever, you want to do. And if they don't get it, then she just doesn't get that gift. I also then put whoever who has ordered prior to the party, I put them in a drawing and draw a prize. It's a $2 Season's Best Cookbook, guys. Okay. So 1 prize for the guest that pre-ordered and met the superhero challenge for our host, and something for the host. The other thing you want to track is booking leads and recruit leads. Those are things that you can find in your party. People that are inquisitive, people that are making comments on every post that, oh my gosh, I got to add that to my list. I got to add that to my list. You should be running a wish list post, Wish List Wednesday. Tell us your top 5 favorite products on your wish list. And that's something that you can use towards booking and or recruiting. Hey, Susie Q, you want the air fryer? That's in our ultimate kit. And then just miscellaneous notes. You might track something in the party, put hashtag party rockstar, different notes that you might want to keep here. And then down here on the bottom, again, there's the legend for everything. And then I believe these first 4 here are where Julie would change the banner, because when you change the banner on your Facebook group, it notifies everybody in the party. She also does a tag post every day. So she has the Monday tag and she check marks it when she tags. And why are we doing that? We want to get people to comment and get action up. Other things that she does is she tells her host daily what their sales are currently and what you need to get to the next level. So if Susie Q has $450 in sales, it's like, oh my gosh, Susie, you're only $500 away from the next level. That's as easy as 2 $25 orders. It's something you always want to tell them how easy it is to get to the next level. And then she'll say, we have 1 booking if you have bookings. So that's just something that you want to do with your host. It keeps you on track of when you got to do things, and it helps you to know, oh gosh, there's my reminder. I got to tag people. Oh, there's my reminder. I got to tell Susie Q how much she has in her party already. So host tracking is key. And I can tell you, Julie can tell you, my sales average has gone up. I have gotten more bookings by doing this tracker and being consistent and following it since I started. Before it was haphazard. I'd write down something and, so using a host coaching tracker and party tracker is key. All right, so let's see, moving on. So that's party tracker. Let's see, other things, host coaching that are not party tracker. So how many of you know that in the party on Consultants Quarter, there is a host coaching tab that you can use? Anybody? Hey, nay? All right, I'm going to share this with you. So when you book a party, I got to go to this screen, share, and then, all right. So can everybody see my Consultants Corner page? And this first party is Renee. Okay, when you click on this party up here, there's some tabs. Host coaching. When you book your party, within 48 hours. Now, this is the way you could send out a thank you for booking. It's a generic little message here, or you could literally write out a note. There are some different variations of notes that have been posted in the page. I know one of them is, they almost call it a guilty note. So thank you so much, Susie Q, for booking a party with me. How cool are you to be helping me earn my next free vacation? We're going to go to Puerto Rico or Grapevine, Texas. You are awesome. Thanks so much. Looking forward to partying with you the week of whatever. And pop it in the mail. A lot of times that's really cool, but you can also do that right here from this host coaching page. Flip side of that, when your party is done, my after party template. This is a template that is set here. And once you can hit preview right now. It won't show us anything, but it tells you right here, once they're done with their order, you're going to love all the products you chose with your host rewards. You receive X amount of dollars worth of products for blank dollars. That's a savings of. Guys, this stuff can also be powerful in a party, because you could just take and copy that, modify it a little bit and say, goodness gracious, guys, look at Susie Q, what she earned in her party. Who else would like to earn this and have a fun cooking party or virtual party with me? So those are different things. Oh, I don't want to hit send. Okay, so those are a couple of different things that you can use in the host coaching tab. Consider mixing in voice clips or even videos. I have started using a voice clip a couple weeks before my party starts with my host, and I just send them a little quick voice clip that says, hey, Susie, thanks so much for booking with me. Your party's coming up on the week of blah, blah, blah. I'm so looking forward to helping you pamper your kitchen. Do you have any questions yet for me? And it's so nice to put a voice to a face or put a voice to a message. And it's just a little bit more personable. And if that's not your thing right now, and you're just send a little message and, hey, looking forward to your party. Your hosts want to know that you're partnering with them and that they're just not another number and that they're just not another sale for you. So the more personable that you can make things with your hosts, the better off it'll be, and the more they'll want to work with you. Always remember that your host is your number one recruit lead. So I got to ask, who here held a party prior to starting with becoming a consultant with Pampered Chef? Anybody who has? Okay. All right. Keep your hand up if your consultant asked you to join Pampered Chef. Right? And I know you and I, Ms. Josiah, are the same person, I believe. So always remember that your hosts are your number one recruit leads. There are 5 times during a party. This is virtual. It's pretty similar in cooking, only it's more about planting seeds throughout a party. But in a virtual party, there's 5 opportunities to ask your host. Whoops, I got to hit screen share for a second. Let's see, there it is, to join your team. So obviously the first one, you guys can all see this, 5 ways to ask your host. Okay, so the first one is when you book your party. Thanks, Susie Q, for booking a party with me. I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to let you know before the party starts that this could be, if, excuse me, I'm trying to read and whatever. Before this party gets started, that if you have ever thought of doing something like Pampered Chef, we could make this your kickoff party. You would still get all the host rewards. You would make the commission on the sale, and I would still be here and help you run the party. What do you think? Does that interest you at all? Okay. Most people, unless they've, most people are going to say no. Don't worry. It's okay. We're going to hear a lot of no's. The day the party starts, reach back out. And say something about after you've done a little bit of host coaching, and you'll say, and finally, I think you're going to be surprised at how easy this is. And what might surprise you even more is that it's just as easy for me. The party posts are all automated and post on their own. I am not tied to my phone or my computer all day long. So if you think this would be a fun little side gig for you to earn some extra money, you can earn the party towards one of your starter kits, the credits. What do you think? Does this sound interesting to you? Or you could change it up a little, but you always want to end with a question so that they do respond. Now, a lot of times I'll say to my host, now, ladies, I'm going to ask you a couple more times before the end of my party, because you never know what might change, right? So mid-party, when they're partying, now we all know that our host rewards now at the $200 level, they earn a $25 kit credit, right? So you want to mid-party say, hey, Susie, I just wanted to share with you that I'm in and out of your party at different times, and that I even send your daily post to you at different times during the day. That's the beauty of being an online consultant, is it's super flexible. Oh, see, I got ahead of myself. This is just the flexibility of it. Keep in mind, it's a great way to earn an extra income. Does that appeal to you? And leave it at that. Now comes the party sales, the fourth one, sorry. $200 level, they earn $25 kit credit. $400, they can take a $50 kit credit. So when their party hits the $200 level, you can say, hey, Susie, congrats, your party has qualified and we're currently at, and you tell them their party sales level. Did you know that you could take $25 kit credit now, or when we reach $400, you can take a $50 kit credit towards a new consultant kit? Have you seen the kits on my website? What do you think? Always share your website with them, and it's going to go to your website, to the Be a Consultant page, so that everything is right there. If you haven't looked at it, I urge you to look at that page, Be a Consultant. And then finally, when you're closing out your party, your host does their order and they submit it to you. Now you could do a couple things. You could send them a message, or you could message them and say, hey, Susie, you got 10 minutes to chat. Just want to go over your order before we submit your party. They don't know that you do not need to go over their order unless there's something wrong with their order or whatever, they're missing something. We can review the order and we can submit it and be done. However, if you have a 10-minute conversation with them and share with them how easy this party was, and basically just say, before we close your party, I just want to ask you one last time, if you have thought you could do something like this. You could tell them how easy they made your job. You can tell them what a rock star that they did your job for you. You could tell them that they're fun and vivacious and you'd love to work with them. Make it about them, make it real, and make it authentic, and have that couple-minute conversation. These words are here as a guide, but own your words, and you'll find that you'll get more hosts to join your team. Okay, so let me stop sharing this again. And then let's see. Another thing is, are you familiar with the host rewards? Every month, obviously, we have host specials, but are you familiar that when we are setting expectations with hosts, we always want to set an expectation of $1,000 party plus, because that gives them huge, huge, huge rewards and a minimum of 3 bookings. And you want to remind them more than once that you can help them get this $50 credit with 3 bookings, right? And 3 is going to be your minimum, guys. 3 is going to be your minimum. So one of the things that we do with host coaching is we share this information with them in, let's see, I think that's it. Okay, I just got to get up there to it. All right, so this is my project broadcast. Ooh, I gotta move this so I can see. So in my project broadcast, and you always want to do this on the same day of every week, I send out a message on Thursdays. My parties run through Saturday. I want to be booking by Saturday, Sunday, worst case scenario, Monday. So I send this message. And in parentheses, you'll see first name because it's just a text replacement. So, hey, Susie, I can't wait to see what you pick out with your host rewards on Saturday. My job is to help you get as many rewards and benefits from hosting as possible. In addition to the rewards, you'll see in your cart, you can also get a 10% discount all year. Another benefit is that you'll get any one product or set at 40% off at every party that is booked from you. The party needs to qualify with 200 in sales minimum. That's easy peasy. But wait, there's more. When you have 3 friends or family members book a party from yours, after the third party qualifies and is submitted, you'll receive an additional $50 credit to your account. You can use it anytime and it never expires. That $50 credit does not expire. It's a win-win for both you and your friends. I have a pretty easy way to help you do this. Would you like me to share it with you? Now, I used to in past just go, share it and be done. Well, no, now I sit and I don't always go, yeah, let me do it. Sometimes it's just, you have to say something again. So I'll reach back out maybe the next day and say, hey, did you see my message? Just checking. Did you want me to share the easy way that you can get this $50 credit? When they come back and say yes, I say, awesome. All you need to do is send out a private message to 12 people. I know Julie puts like 12 to 15. And you must include me in the message. And I promise not to nag your friends. Once you send the 12 to 12 people and I see the 12 messages, I will give you an additional $10 in free product value on your order. Would you like the words? Now, I've had people come back and say, no, I'm too busy. Okay, that's fine. But when they come back and they say, yes, give me the words. All right, so these are the words we give for them to send. Again, they're sending a private message. They're including you and the other person. So you should get 12 messages, hopefully, right? Okay, so it says, hi, and they can add the name. Thanks so much for joining my online Pampered Chef party this past week. We've learned so much. I wanted to check with you to see if you might be interested in hosting a party as well. Debbie has been so easy and fun to work with, and it literally only takes a few minutes a day to post one thing she sends you. I know that more people are cooking at home right now, so I've really appreciated the recipes she shared. You can host to earn free products, or you can host a shared rewards party and share your rewards with friends, or you can make it a fundraiser and raise money and awareness for your organization. She has openings in blah, blah, blah. I'm only 3 away from my goal. I'll attend if you have one. What do you say? So once you do your host does these steps, you can follow up in about, you don't just jump right in and pounce. Unless somebody says, yes, I want to do a party, don't jump right in and pounce. Give it about 24 hours and wait, and then follow up with them and say, hey, Susie, I don't know what you thought, blah, blah, blah. And you can follow up with them that way and try to book 3 parties out of 12 people that they message. Those are pretty good odds. You're also going to follow up with your party guests that did not order. You're going to follow up with, we talked about doing the thank you text and the thank you follow-up booking ask on the party tracker, but the people that don't order, sometimes those are your hotter leads for a party because they might not have the money to order. So you find a way throughout the party to have people message you. Maybe you ask a question and have them message you the answer, or you do a little quick video, say, stay tuned for the word of the day. Everybody that sends me the word at the end will get in a drawing, and give them a free cookbook. There's e-cookbooks online, so there's lots of things that you can do for that. Okay, wow, that was a lot. I'm just looking here. Yep, I got through the host booking challenge. There's resources that will be shared. I don't know if I will be sharing them or if Julie will. Host coaching guides and everything else like that. So I want to know in the chat bar, what one thing you heard today that you will go ahead. Yeah, we can get the form. We'll make sure we post the form. What one thing you heard tonight that you're going to take with you? Anybody? Auto posting. Yes, Karen. Work smarter, not harder. That is super. There's different auto posts. A lot of the team uses Post My Party. Some use Visily. Scheduling on Facebook is good if you can sit down and slam it out all at once, because we know life happens and sometimes, that's hard. Definitely talking to my host and having conversations. Yes. Use the host coaching tab. Yes. Post My Party. Yes. What to use? I use Visily personally. So yes, definitely talking to my host and having post every day. Yes, absolutely. Game changer. Yes, Suzanne. Post My Party is a game changer. So it saves you lots of time. And anything that can save us time, we can use towards income producing activities elsewhere, right? So, okay, guys, we will get this recording up so that you can watch again if you want. If you just like seeing my pretty face, not really, joking. Anyways, we'll get this posted, and I think Julie's going to share resources with you guys. I told my host to post something yesterday, forgot to make her moderator. That's okay. She can still post without being a moderator. It's just nice that she is a moderator. But yeah, they can still post because anybody can post in it unless you've set up the group to where it has to be approved or something like that. So how can I get this without Facebook? A posting app? I'm not sure, but we can take that offline so that we're not going on and on. The form. Oh, it can be emailed. If you share email, we can email the form. So don't share it here because this will get gone. Message Julie and say, hey, can you email me the host tracker? And that way she can get it out. Or you can put both me and Julie in there. I am Debbie MacArthur for those that came on late, not Julie Ritter. So, alrighty, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm going to stop our recording.